Well, we decided to go ahead and bug out of this spot and try to find something closer to like Hagerman Pass, where we're going to be going up and over into Leadville. So it was a really neat cliff edge overlooking the canyon. I really wanted to get the drone out and let the drone follow the Sunrader across it, but it's bordering a wilderness area, and they don't like when you fly drones over wilderness areas. That's a no-no. I mean, this is like a really epic camp spot right up here. This is awesome back here. Kind of makes me just, I like good camp spots. I like thinking, oh, that looks nice, I might just stay there. But let's see. No, we got a ways to go. We'll keep going. So I just passed a couple of motorcycles coming the opposite direction, and if you don't know this, there's a universal signal. Like if I'm got 3 people behind me, when I come up to somebody, I point 3 fingers at them. That way they know there's 3 people in my group coming up behind me. If there's 2, I 2, 1, 1. If there's nobody and you're coming up to somebody, you can do this. And this should tell them, if they know what's going on, that there's nobody else with you, and they can keep going. You do that so that if there's a place to pull off and it's a difficult section of road, you can pull off and wait, which I've done many a times. Also, another thing, since we're talking about it, if somebody is going uphill and somebody is going downhill, typically the person going downhill does not have the right-of-way. The person going uphill has the right-of-way. And the reason for that, it's a lot easier to lose control trying to back up backwards, especially on something steep, or not see the edge of the thing when you're backing up, than it is for the person coming downhill to have traction the whole time that they're backing up. So it is a hard and fast rule, but it's not something that I adhere to all the time. If it's not a steep grade or something, and I know I just passed a place that I could pull in, then I'll back up and pull in. But yeah, if it push comes to shove, you're on a narrow road, the person coming downhill needs to back up. So the thought behind that is, if you're coming downhill and you see somebody coming uphill, and that's a narrow road all the way, find a place to pull over and wait for them to pass you. Now this guy's flying down the road. No lights on, no nothing, just flying down the road. I'm doing probably 10 to 12 miles an hour. I had a place to pull over right there to let him pass. Don't drive like that on these roads, especially around corners. That was around a corner. So, yeah, just things to think about when you're off-roading, off-road etiquette. Guys up here climbing rocks and such. So we're looking for a camping spot somewhere just up here off the pass. I really didn't want to get on the pass today. I wanted to kind of do it in the morning, but we're here, so it's cool. One of the reasons I wanted to do it tomorrow is today's Sunday, so more than likely the pass is going to be a lot busier today. And I really wanted to be able to get out and film for you guys. So yeah, we'll find a camp spot up here somewhere. And got the shepherds, a couple fishing poles, and the side-by-side, and well, maybe the wife. That's cool. What is this? I don't know. Spot looked promising. But there it is, Hagerman Pass. So now we took it from the opposite side, but yeah, we need to find a place up here to camp. We'll find something. Quite as deep as it was when we came up here. Not even close. I see a road right there, and I think that's the one we're going to go for. This is our camp spot. Yep. Yeah, you can hear little sparkies. There's a lake. There's a pond. Ooh, I wonder if there's any spots near that. The only thing I don't like about rocks like this is marmots. But man, look at this view. I mean, we're on top of the world up here. Holy cow. Jeez. Ooh, there's a road right there. There's a road right there. There's some water down there. There's water there. That looks interesting. Maybe. So this is probably the major obstacle area for my rig because of how my rig's designed. Now, this is actually my line right over this rock, right here, hugging this edge. That would actually be the correct line, the easiest line for me. But I want to see if I can kind of come this way a little bit and then scooch this way. Let's see, here to there, and then this direction. Now this is the only one that's going to drop me pretty good down here. That one's going to drop me really far. Let's see, if I came that way, came right over this, and then hugged this direction through here. All right. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, let's see if we can do that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, problem is my back is not going to follow that line. It's not long enough, so I'm going to have to take basically the safe line, unfortunately. Yep. Yeah, that was a bummer. I really wanted to try that line, but I'm pretty sure it's just not going to follow. The rear wouldn't follow close enough, and then it would drop me in the hole, possibly flip it over because of the extra weight. So we had to take the safe line. But, you know, hey, we got through it. we did it. I'm pretty sure that's the first Sunrader over over Hagerman Pass, if not once, twice. We went both directions. Yeah, did great. Right now we're down at Turquoise Lake, getting ready to head into Leadville, go to the fly shop, get some flies, get some info, and deer. One, there's sometimes more. Camping area up there. So we'll be careful here. I don't see any more up there. Wanting to jet down. Nope. Alright. Well, we took the Sunrader over Hagerman Pass not once, but twice. So now the next trail, we're going to be camping at the top of a Class 5 trail, probably even more difficult than any of these trails that I've been on the entire Colorado BDR. See you next week. Thanks for hanging in there with me, guys.